Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So there was a proverb that the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The next best time is today. I actually have a little bit of an addendum to that proverb. The best thing to do was to plant a tree 10 years ago, but maybe the next best thing is to take good care of your body so that you're 10 years younger and then you can plant the tree today. I would update the proverb to say that. And I have a perfect example of this actually. One of my biggest regrets from my teenage years is that I didn't recognize that I had a relationship with myself. I wasted a lot of time trying to look for that significant somebody. I mean, yes, I do want to look for the my best friend forever, but I spent a lot of time looking for a romantic slash sexual partner when that just wasn't for me. And I wasted a lot of time in dead end relationships. I wasted a lot of time and resources with people who took advantage of me, and I didn't recognize my relationship with myself until my mid 20s, actually, if you can believe that. And then I started writing computer games, going to conferences. I started making art. I started going on vacation by myself, and I had my best years after I recognized. Now, the caveat is that even though I recognized my solo sexual relationship, a lot of times I didn't get accepted for who I am, and that's slowly coming to life now. I would say during the pandemic is when the rest of society started to catch up. So I spent about 10 years not recognizing my sexuality, and then another 10 not being accepted. That's how I like to think of it now. And yes, the best time to have planted that tree was 20 years ago, but the next best thing is to keep my body young so that I'm a solo sexual teenager all over again. And I actually am, because earlier this week I went looking for a job at a community college. And when I got to the campus, everybody assumed I was a student. Even the chair who was trying to interview me assumed that I was a new student. We've been talking online, and I never we never really video chatted, so she never saw my face before, and she thought I was a student. Who are you looking for? What class are you in? Which was really nice. Gave me a nice warm fuzzy feeling, because in my mind I thought to myself, great, I'm 18 years old again. I get to live the best years as a solo sexual and start to be accepted for who I am these days. Now, the other thing I want to point out, something that I learned this week, is that a lot of times you can take advantage of mismatches in societal uh, values. So, for example, right now I'm working at a tutoring center, and I have a student who took on his first job, and he's making almost well, actually, exactly as much as I am. And I'm thinking to myself, gee, he's doing something that isn't even all that skilled. And then I thought to myself, I think part of the reason he's making as much as I am without the skill is that his job involves a lot of physical activity. And for some reason, Americans dislike physical activity. I actually dislike the fact that my job is so sedentary. I'd much rather be getting physical activity. And so that's what prompted me to go job hunting. And I later this week I'll go apply at interview with the Desert Botanical Garden. And even if I have to take a pay cut, I love physical activity. And so a lot of times you can take advantage of societal mismatches and valuations, right? So for example, right now, if you look at the periodic table, there's a lot of elements that are being underappreciated. I call them the Bitcoin elements because they're used in technology, and they spell out BIT, bismuth, indium, and tellurium especially. And I've been buying a lot of that because there's a lot of mismatches in value, right? Similarly, right now society is undervaluing the idea of being solo sexual, and so you can stay out of all the drama by not getting involved in toxic relationships. And a lot of society is undervaluing the the concept of keeping your body young, which is a great thing, right? If we valued the idea of keeping your body young, right, a lot of the things that I'm using to do it would be out of reach, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum